Hello and welcome back to Ohio Richlands. We're down here at the spinnery with a load of wool in between loads, as you can see. We've got a couple of contracts on the go, the harvesting one, and I think we've got a fertilizing one as well. We're going to need to fill him up pretty soon. And then hopefully after all that is complete, we can jump into tomorrow and harvest our potatoes. So let's crack on. Right, that's that field completed now, so we can go in and complete the contracts. Field 25, $20,562. Fertilizing field 8, $38,108. And harvesting field 4, which is this one, $23,048. There's a couple other contracts, some harvesting ones, but I think we'll accept 27. We'll maybe come back to them later on actually. Let's just check up on the animals quickly. Cows good. Let's check these sheep. They need a bit of wool, a bit of grass. The chicken need feed, but we've also got 180 new chicks, so that is fantastic news. We could probably sell some of the older ones later on. They are topped up and they're okay. Right, let's crack on with the rest of today. Well, it's now the 1st of September and our potatoes are ready to go. Hopefully the grass is now at the second stage as well. But first we're going to collect the money from the contracts yesterday. So $13,864 for field 27 and $9,005 for field 28. So we'll pick up both of them. We also leased the equipment this morning for the potato harvesting. We paid $510 to rent the topper. We need to run that over before we harvest it. And it was $10,455 to rent the Evo 290 potato harvester. And it's also $4,305 per working hour. Also, because we need that topper on this tractor, we are going to take off this front weight here. Probably going to be right in the way. We'll feed the chickens later on because I know they need fed because we have another 180 new chicks. So we're maybe going to sell some of the older ones at $25 each just to make room, and it just brings a little bit extra bit of money in for us. And we've also spent, if you notice, the money has came down quite a bit. $80,000 has been spent on the new potato processing plant, which is actually down beside our spinnery. So that fit in very well and nicely. We kind of planned for that. We did think we were going to need it, but we put potatoes in anyway and thought we'll get the potato processing plant as well. And looking at this, the grass is at the second stage. And we've also got barley to go and plant into field 13 on our left there, just behind the trees. So it's going to be a very busy day. I think I'm just going to leave a worker kind of working away in the potato field. Oh no, we need to pick up from him as well, don't we? I know he can store so much on board, but we'll need to keep emptying him out as he kind of goes on. I just thought about this as well. This tractor, the 7R, is going to be on the potato harvester, but we need this one for the mowers to do that field there. So yeah, not the best way it's worked out, and our header trailer is still sitting there as well. We'll need to go and pick that up. But as we pull in here, we will see, or we should. There we go. So just in the distance there to the right of our spinnery, That's the potato processing plant. I'm not sure how much we are going to make from this. I'm hoping somewhere in the region of $100,000. That would be ideal. I don't know if it's going to get anywhere near that, but if it does, that covers the cost of the actual processing plant itself and the hire of this equipment, or at least for the first 2 hours, or 2 working hours should I say. But let's get back up to the farm of this, get set off. Hopefully we can use the smaller tractor on the planter on our drill and get it working in that field. I've also just thought of another issue as well. Trailers for taking the potatoes. We'd usually use the 7R for that big trailer we've got, but we can't use it because it's going to be on this harvester here. So that's another issue we didn't think about. Right, let's get this set up in the field ready and see what we can do. It didn't really plan this through very well, but we're here now, so let's just deal with it. We'll get to the field and we'll see what we're going to do from there. Well, we have a plan of action now. We're going to use this little 7810 with a topper and just run a couple rows because it is 10 mile an hour working speed, so it's not too slow. We'll do a couple of runs up and down here, get a bit of the field clear, and then we'll set a worker off with the 7R and the harvester to do what they can, and then we'll hook the 9RX up to the trailer and use that to take the potatoes from the harvester with the 7R and take it down to the processing plant. So I think it's all going to work in. For some reason I forgot we had the 9RX, but we have it, so that is a bonus just now. We do need an extra tractor, I think, something around about the 350 horse mark, and maybe another 7R. It's just handy, especially when it's times like this. We would need a 7R to go down to the grass field and get it cut and get it ready. I think we need to ted it for hay, if I remember rightly, to use for the beef cattle that we're going to get with a shed that's coming very soon. I think work should start on that. I'm hoping today, actually. I think the contractors are actually just waiting for a phone call from us to say that they're ready to go. We do need to get... Is that one of my sugar pallets there? What on earth is that doing here? I know one glitched. That is my one. It glitched with the forklift. Remember when it's in the shed, the forklift, if you're too low, it digs into the ground, and I know one did fling up and disappear, but well, we're going to need to bring the telehandler up here and go and get that. Oh, weird and wonderful things you see. Well, that's another job to the list for today, that's for sure. But let's crack on and get this started and get our first load of potatoes into our new processing plant. Well, that's just a way to go and head out and cut the grass field now. The potato field is finally finished. It has taken most of the day, and there is still almost a full trailer load behind the 9RX there. The potato factory, we'll just go and check. But first we'll complete that 2 contracts. We had the 7810 nip away with a worker to go and do these 2 fertilizing contracts once he finished topping the potato field. So field 8, $38,107, and field 3, $15,558. That should help us along a little bit. We did check the leasing costs, and in total it was $19,785, so it was not cheap. So we've got we've got 200,000 litres in there. That left 8,000 litres in the trailer, which we've topped off now, and it's almost full again, almost about 48 or 49,000 litres still in the trailer. We also took 2 loads of water down, which put 64,000 litres of water into the production. We are doing premium potatoes first. It gives us starch. As you can see there's 4 potatoes, 1 water, gives us 1 premium potato and 1 starch. I can't see any other way of making starch. We were going to go for these, because obviously once we have vegetable fat, we've got the starch, we'll have normal potatoes, water, we've got milk already, eggs, we can make butter, and we can make bread, because it's about $7,400 a pallet in February, which is coming up soon, so we could actually make that. The only problem we've got is obviously the starch. The only way we can make it is with premium potatoes as an output, which would give us, you can see the starch there, which means we're losing 4 potatoes just to make 1 starch, because we don't need the premium potatoes to do these. But then the next issue was, to make these or French fries, you need vegetable fat. Obviously we've got premium potatoes, so we're going to have to do French fries this time. But the vegetable fat is canola oil. Sorry, that's canola oil, and that's sunflower oil. So you're going to need an oil production. Well, there's another $80,000 to $100,000. Then I realised this. You can put soybeans straight in, and for 2 soybeans you get 1 vegetable fat. And if you remember what we did, this whole field behind that cow barn is all soybeans. So instead of selling that, we can use that to make vegetable fat. I don't have a sell place anywhere on the map as yet for any of these things, so we're going to have to see if we can find some somewhere, or something. There must be something in the store that we can put down or place somewhere. But until then, we're kind of stuck just making the potatoes to get the starch. But we need to go and make hay. So straight up to our grass field. It is ready. It's at the 2nd stage of being ready to harvest. So we're going to head down there, get it all cut, get it tedded today, and probably baled first thing in the morning, because daylight isn't going to be on our side right now. Didn't realise it was going to take so long with that potatoes, but if I'm doing it again, I think our best option, our best plan of attack anyway, is going to be hiring the bigger harvester, but make what is our soybean field just now, make that the potato field. I think that would make more sense. It makes it worthwhile hiring that harvester. It gets it done twice as quick, because it's, I don't know if it's quite twice the width. I think there must be a ditch there in that field. Yeah, there is. But yeah, let's get this done and see you tomorrow morning. Well, that's us finishing up this episode now. And we're just rolling up our field now. We've put in barley. We also rented the Kverneland windrower you just seen in one of that clips. That was $2,677. We got that, got it done, baled up, and it's now in storage in the barn. We put the barley into this field. It's not been fertilized yet, so we need to do that. That's probably going to be later on today or tomorrow. But we'll finish rolling this field, and that'll be us for today. There was the contractors who came around already. They've kind of leveled out as best they can the bit where the cow barn is going to go, so we're going to see that in the next episode. But the big job was done, the potatoes, they're out of the way, thankfully, at least for this year anyway. But we'll leave the episode there. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again in the next one very soon. Thanks for watching.